We look so close.
Hi everybody, and welcome to the preliminary settings of Tuesdays with Tricky.
The preliminary settings of Tuesdays with Tricky.
Okay, honestly, like, this rain has me all sorts of crazy right now because my nose is running. I thought it was allergy, so I took a Claritin, but then my knee, oh my, I'm like an old lady.
Yes, old people have all these problems, but me, young and strong and fit and firm, ready for the battle.
I think I need to take cod liver oil.
Oh, I love cod liver oil.
I think it's because you take a lot of cod.
I love a cod. Oh, jeez on peace, I love a cod. Remember when I was pregnant with Levi, doctor was like, you have to take the cod liver oil away from Jodi. Too much cod is not good for her.
Yeah. You really got into the cod.
Love a cod.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so we have a lot going on the show today. We're going to be talking from Dr. Melody Ennis, Director of Family Health Services.
Since we're going to say that on the actual show, I think we should talk about something we're not going to talk about on the show. Who is that calling you?
The doctor.
Oh,
I can't answer now,
Why?
Because I'm going to be talking about Levi's medical issues with the YouTube going. Suppose he had something wrong with him.
Well, if he's going to the doctor, obviously something's wrong with him.
Not necessarily. Jamaicans love to go to the doctor.
It's true. I thought Remy had thrush the other day, so I took her to the doctor.
Your child's name is Stevie.
Shit. I thought Stevie had thrush the other day.
But like when the doctor's like, see you in 4 to 6 weeks. Even daddy does it. He'll be like, I need to make an appointment at the doctor. I'm like, it's 4 to 6 weeks and you're fine. You're fine. You don't need to make another appointment. You're good to go.
I think we should just start bringing lunch for the doctor.
Maybe they'll see us with priority.
I know. I hate waiting in a doctor's office.
Yeah, but with COVID, I find that you don't have to wait as long anymore.
Yeah.
You ever try go to a specialist? When daddy was going to the specialist for his eyes, he would go in, check in, and go back home and whatever, and then the doctor would see him all in the night. And I think that's so unfair.
Yeah.
That's really, really unfair. Like if you as a doctor have like a surgery or you're doing something don't take so many patients then.
If you make an appointment, stick to your appointment, because then I can properly plan my day as well. Yeah. That's one thing I like about the people that I go to for my appointments. Like I know it's going to be bam, bam, bam.
Yeah. Like even a while ago, I was trying to make sure that Levi's, I wasn't going to be waiting, too many people in the waiting room, especially when you have kids. I remember there was a pediatrician I took Levi to when he was a baby, and I waited an hour and a half to see the doctor.
I can't do that.
And I was like, this is not for me. This is not for me.
I can't do that.
But yeah, man, if you have to go to a specialist, and there's the top ones in Jamaica that you have to go to, you're going weird.
I really want to eat some of those things from Sal Sweets.
Okay, well let's head over onto the IG live. Alright guys, it is 1:29 and we're gonna get flopped by Digicel, so may as well just start doing our little floppings now. Oh, get it up to the time. Oh, what's happening?
Did you print off the things when we said that I could just Stevie's
Yes, they're downstairs. I did.
The picture looks so good.
Thank you. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Wait, see? Not a Digicel. Let's try again.
How come everybody Digicel always flapping you?
I don't know. Not all. Oh, right on the dot too.
Nobody can cuss us because said Jodi love give us a cussing.
Yes, she's not even here. Jodi, you're late. No,
oh,
she's not late.
Hi, Joe.
Oh, who is this? Share. Yeah. Hi guys, hello everybody, hello Kiki. Yes man, early crew check-in. Yes, we see you. Oh, Drew is here too. Hi guys, welcome.
Hi Drew, long
crew.
time we haven't seen you, Drew.
No, we're not late. We checked in right on time. Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Tricky, where we take your mind off of what's going on outside the closet and bring you in here for an hour of fun, frolic and foolishness. We would like to thank you all for joining. Wow, 200 guys, thank you so much. So we do have a very interesting topic today, but before we get into the heated of the matter, before you start DM me and start give me all kind of problems, we're going to eat some sweet treats.
Yes, so today we have a returning guest who has given us treats before. It's Sal Sweets. So I don't know if you remember Sal Sweets last time. She gave us some Earl Grey cookies. She also gave us some... What was the other flavor that she gave us last time?
There was lavender. There was some lavender things.
Yes. And she gave us some Russian tea cakes. So she's back again. She has a couple new flavors. Sal,
There she is. Sal Sweets is here.
Hi, Sal. And so she's also given us one of my favorites, which is baklava. But she's done
Baklava?
baklava.
Why are you saying it with an accent?
Because it's
Baklava.
baklava. She gave us baklava. So, but she did a little twist on the baklava. She did it with shortbread.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm just that. But baklava is one of my. She also gave us some. Well, let's just eat the baklava first. Okay.
All right. So we have a whole heap of things. So let me see if I can get. Oh, Lord of mercy. All right. So we have cookies. We have a pumpkin spice chocolate chip cookie. We have an espresso chocolate chip cookie. We have a lemon rosemary shortbread, and we have a Earl Grey lavender.
Wait, where you
cookie.
put the scissors?
Right over here.
Oh.
And that would be.
I hear your son's mom.
I hear my son too. Tahini date balls. Those almost did not make it onto the show today, but I did save 2 for Tracy. And that's a.
You need a hug.
It's so good. You left it at my house. Baklava. Nice. But what country is baklava from? It's a very like
Lebanon, Turkey.
Those 2 different places though.
But they have similar food.
Is it good? So the base of the baklava this time she gave us a shortbread.
I just need a little bit of silence.
Tracy said it correctly though, but I'm in Jamaica. Baklava.
Can you just stop talking? Give me a moment with my baklava.
It's a Middle Eastern dessert.
This is delicious.
Really?
Cheese on pizza.
Greece too, so it's a Middle Eastern dessert. Wow. Can I have that little last piece?
No.
Wow.
No.
I don't want to have a whole piece.
Well, girl, trust me, not having any of this.
Wow.
Pizza. It's actually spicy just right. Like God touched her hand before she put it in.
Smells really good too.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's really good.
So
The
good.
flaky pastry on the bottom, the shortbread. And then there's something flaking. There's coconuts on it.
No, it's phyllo pastry.
No, it's not phyllo pastry, it's shortbread.
On the bottom.
But where's the shortbread?
On the bottom.
So where's the phyllo pastry?
On the top.
That's really good.
That's really, really good.
That's really, really good.
Are you on a diet?
It's phyllo. Oh, Sal Sweets saying it's phyllo.
Oh,
Because I'm feeling like I'm a feeling of flakiness. So why you said shortbread?
My God, girl. There's shortbread on the bottom. This is shortbread.
She said it's phyllo.
On the top.
I don't know how to make baklava.
You want a Q-tip?
My ears are really dirty.
Ew.
Pistachio filling. Oh, shortbread crust. So there's a shortbread crust.
That's the bottom.
I was reading.
God. That was so good. I don't know if there's anything else I can eat that would be as good as that in my entire life.
All right, so we got a shortbread crust baklava.
Oh my God.
It's really good. You know, she really needs to put more in this package.
No, Jodi, you really don't know what
She sent it like that.
Jodi, Sal did not send it like this.
Usually it's a pack of 5, but she sent 1 for each of us to try. It's usually, but she sent it like that.
Sal, did you send 2? I'm pretty sure Sal sent 5 for us.
No, she said you taste 1 and Jodi taste 1.
Jodi.
So these are the tahini date bliss balls. They're really, really good. I'll save the other one for you too. Well, give me a bite of that. It's really good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So good.
These are nice. They're not. These
They're
are
not overly sweet, but they're a treat.
Yeah.
Very nice.
This is good. I'm going home with the baklava.
Baklava.
Yeah. Oh. Sorry.
Wow, all the nose are drained too.
Yeah.
And the tahini. Woo.
So guess what? The rain has made my knee hurt. Doesn't that happen to you guys? Like, don't body parts hurt you when it starts raining? Guys, so check out Sal Sweet on Mecca Jamaica page. The link is there for you to find her. She does all sorts of things. I'm so sorry. Like, I can't even talk
Her
right
tea
now.
cakes. So her tea cakes, we've had her before, and we've always tried to figure out like how she gets so much tea into the tea cakes.
I know.
So we have a vegan lemon Russian tea cake for the vegans. Oh, the boozy pops. Hold on, man. Hold on. We have a lemon Russian tea cake.
I wish I had this yesterday while I was watching Bachelor in Paradise.
Earl Grey lavender. What's it, the Russian? Oh my gosh. We have a pump. Where is Remy? There's chocolate chip cookies. There's pumpkin spice chocolate chip cookies. And we have carrot cake muffins, and they're 375 per.
These are for me. A present for me.
All of them?
Yeah.
You may want to open that box.
Did you eat that too?
No, definitely not. She definitely shorted you because she was like, you just need to taste one. Sal Sweets will be doing a pop-up at a later date. Details will be posted on Sal's Sweet JA, so SALSWEETSJA, and we will definitely put the when her pop-up is coming up, we will definitely post in my story so you can see and get to taste the Russian tea cakes because they're awesome. So we've also been sent some boozy pops.
So hold on. While you're talking, I'm gonna start answering questions. So M-Town was asking about my bird post yesterday.
What bird?
So yesterday Scott and I were talking, and he was like, oh, I'm going to Birdbush, rain or shine. And I was like, Birdbush does not go on when it's raining because the birds don't fly when it's raining. And he was like, yo, you fool, birds fly when it's raining. I've shot in the rain before. And I'm like, birds don't fly when it's raining. So then that's why I posted it and asked Instagram if birds fly when it's raining, if it makes sense for him to go to Birdbush. So
Birdbush is more about the camaraderie. Like Scott and I had a great day yesterday.
okay. So then let's just get into this other issue that Jodi and Scott are now BFFs for life because they're Birdbush buddies.
Oh, my boo. So we went to go and just for me to like practice a little bit on his shotgun. So we went out and did some skeet shooting yesterday. So when I go to Birdbush, I don't waste a bullet. Yo, it's a rich man sport. That's in I'm not like. Oh, hold on.
We just had a power cut, guys. Guys, we're in a power cut. This is,
hold on,
a real Jamaican thing. We are in the
a
middle
power
of the power cut.
This is a power cut happening right now.
I thought you lived in a mansion that you were rich. Where's the generator?
I don't know.
Wow,
I can't see anything.
Whoa. I can smell the Sal sweet treats though. I'm gonna be okay. Here. Let me. Wow.
Can't see anything at all.
This is a real Jamaican show today. Here we go. Alright. Alright guys, here we are in a power cup.
It's okay because we have lychee lavender gin fizz. Oh, that's good.
Oh, let me taste this one. She said non-alcoholic ones for me.
Yeah, okay, we'll just try the alcohol. Suck it up. See a non-alcoholic one here.
Woo!
You taste the gin in that, eh?
All right. Hold on.
Strawberry mint prosecco. That's my BFF.
Oh, for somebody who hasn't drank in a very long time.
Raspberry mint prosecco.
Let me taste that one.
Yo, can you imagine when we upload this to YouTube and like, you know, like our foreign contingent, and they're like, why are they in the dark, like looking spooky?
I know.
The show must show must go on, rain or shine. That prosecco one is a bomb.
This prosecco one is really good.
All right, guys, I can see that everything is still moving on. We're going to keep munching and talking about these treats in between, but we have a very...
I look good in this light right now.
That's not bad. That's not bad. We have the Ministry of Health. They're going to be talking to us today because, you know, we have a lot of things going on with the vaccine.
Yeah,
so
I'm excited for this actually because I personally have a lot of questions with the vaccine. I'm going to try and keep my eye out on you guys to see what you guys are writing and asking because there's so many questions everybody has, and you know, people sent me some questions, so I'm going to try and remember them to ask them. A couple of nurses jumped in my DMs to talk about the vaccine and stuff, and some nurses were for it, some nurses were against it, so super interested to talk to this lady from the Ministry of Health. What's her name again, Joe?
Her name is Dr. Ennis, the MOH. Okay, they're not on just yet. All right, they're not on just yet. Okay. So we're waiting for the Ministry of Health to join us, and there may be a maybe a little bit of a delay because sometimes with no power means no Wi-Fi. So we're gonna wait on Dr. Ennis. We're gonna look for the page. Watch me. Look at me trying to read like an old lady. The MOH WGovJM. So we're just gonna wait for them to log on. Dr. Ennis, if you are there, raise your hand. This little hand here is freaking me out.
Sorry.
Jeez.
My hand.
Sal Sweet, honestly, we thank you so much for coming back today because your things are really nice.
Yeah, they are. They're quality stuff. They are quality stuff. Wait, hold on. There's more flavors in this bag.
So because of the
she also has another flavor called Dark and Stormy.
So we are on solo, but this is the first
ginger beer,
time.
Appleton and lime.
Bossa. We are on solo, but this is the first time that we've actually used up all of our solar power. So we've had to go back onto JPS for a little bit. This is the first time we've had to like really deal with a real power cut from JPS, using up so much solar paneling energy. So we're just trying to figure it out, and it's okay.
Boy,
let me see.
girl.
Let me see. Dark and
that one take the cake.
Give me this.
No, that is good. Mommy would like that.
Dark and stuff. Oh, it must have ginger in it.
Yeah, Mommy would like that. Let me see what
we are in the dark because there is a power cut.
This is a real Jamaican thing now. Like, I don't find this is any different than what we usually do.
This is excellent.
This is so good. Oh, so see the ones that she gave me.
Let me check again to see if Dr. Ennis is... No.
I guess
Dr. Ennis.
Let me see Dark and Stormy.
Oh, dear Lord. The ring light is not on. Whatever shall we do?
Wait, hold on. Is this a Dark and Stormy or is this a gin? I think this is a light gin.
This is so good.
Yeah, the Dark and Stormy is
at the
really,
end, let's
really,
have
really
a guest named Rennie to come and taste the cookies.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine me eating half the cookies? How do I tell the Dark and Stormy from the lychee?
Oh, you have to take... I opened lychee. This is a... She said non-alcoholic ones for Tracy. You can taste it. Sean opened it right away.
What? No, I want a non-alcoholic
Not
Dark and
a
Stormy.
power cut. Say light gone. That we used to. Light come back.
Oh, this is a Dark and Stormy.
Grace Agwan bad in JA. That is correct.
Can I try another cookie?
She says the lychee had pieces. Sure.
Okay, guys. What other cookie should I try? Should I try the lemon rosemary shortbread or the lemon Russian tea cakes? Let's see.
The tea cakes.
And everybody says tea cakes. Woo! Anyway, so I don't know if you guys are on it, but now that The Bachelor is over and Casey's season is over, now we are watching The Bachelor in Paradise, and it is a SH show. Victoria is back. Right? I don't know if you remember Victoria.
Somebody said them want duppy story, so we must turn back off the lights.
Sal was clearly sent from heaven.
She is.
Smell it.
That's really smelly. It's very fragrant. Lemon for sure. But this is what we said the last time. How does she get her stuff to be so fragrant?
But if you're not going to eat it,
I am. Just give me a second.
Oh, okay. So anyway, so
really good. You can log on to Sal Sweets. Let's get her logo here.
Let's talk about my video yesterday, my makeup video. I got 52 likes on it.
Right away. Were you there for the premiere?
No, because Stevie had colic, my girl.
Scott and I were busy in Birdbush. You know, so we...
Oh my gosh, somebody wants duppy stories. I can tell you duppy stories.
Yeah, but we have to turn back off the light and do the duppy stories.
No, this is a real duppy story that happened on Saturday. So there we were in Fontana. This is a true story, guys. And Jodi left me to go inside a Fontana. Right? So I was sitting in the car with Stevie, just waiting on them to come back. And this guy pulled up and parked in the parking lot beside us, right? What are you doing?
Sorry.
So this guy pulled up and parked in the parking space beside us. Attractive guy. He was attractive. You know? Anyway, so he puts on his mask and he's wearing a handkerchief as a mask, right? So he puts on his mask and then he goes into Fontana. No problem. I mean, right. He comes out of Fontana, right? And he sprays, he gets into his car, locks his doors, and he sprays up his hands coming out of Fontana. He sprays up his hands.
Sanitizer, so sexy.
He sprays a Fontana bag. Then he takes whatever he bought out of the Fontana bag and he starts spraying that package too. So I'm like, okay. Then he opens the package. It's a nail clipper. Right? So I'm like, okay, strange. You know, so the man push back him chair and cock up him foot and start to cut him toenails inside him car in the parking lot of Fontana.
Wait, what? The toenails were flying everywhere, and then one, the big cheesy toe one, stabbed out his eye and the blood gushed in the front seat of the car.
I mean,
That's a dog.
all of that didn't happen, but I think that it was really gross that he was cutting his toenails. Like,
Clearly something was like burning him in him too.
I mean, it was really, really bothered him.
What did we just have? A tea cake? Alright, let us try a Earl Grey lavender. These, I remember these.
Yo,
She gets her tea from like heaven.
no, she really does though. Like, but I mean, is it that dire that you need to cut your toenails in your car?
Maybe his ingrown toenail was digging him out.
I mean, I just find that you can wait till you get home to dig it out. Let me taste that now. Let me taste this.
Can taste the tea. I like that this cookie is a nice flat sugar cookie. This is really nice. We are still waiting on the Ministry of Health.
How you can
I press and I don't see a request from them. I don't see them online. Ah, there they are.
Should we be eating so much cookies with the Ministry of Health on? Like, are they going to cut us about our sugar intake?
No, we're not talking about sugar intake. We're talking about vaccine.
Okay.
So don't worry about it.
Hello?
Ah,
Doc?
Hi.
Hi, Dr. Melody Ennis.
hi, Doc. We can't see
How
you.
are you? You're good.
Yes. You need to turn on your camera.
Or are you having a power cut? JPS lock you off too?
Everything just dark.
Oh, that just happened to us too, so we started telling dopey stories.
Okay. Doc, are you there?
Yeah, man, I'm still here.
Okay. Is it that you have no... Oh, hold on. There we go. All right, everybody. So we'd like to welcome Dr. Melody Ennis, Director of Family Health Services at the Ministry of Health and Wellness. And we're going to talk today a little bit about the vaccine and just ask some questions. People sent in some questions for us. So Dr. Ennis is going to answer a few for us. Somebody say, light gone down at the ministry.
Yeah.
Light gone everywhere.
Light gone everywhere.
Gracie, deal with us. All right, Doc. So apparently some new vaccines are coming in. You're getting in the Pfizer brand. Where are these vaccines coming from? Who gave them to us? Did the government buy them? And how many vaccines are we expecting?
Good question.
So, remember that Uncle Joe decided to give some vaccines to some countries.
Right.
And the CARICOM countries formed part of that. So we are getting a donation from the US, and it is to the tune of about 600,000 doses of the Pfizer vaccine.
Yeah.
So how many donations of vaccines have we gotten overall? Have we gotten enough to, how much a percentage of the population, if everybody took the vaccine, should be vaccinated?
Hold on, Doc. Before you answer the other question, just see if something is blocking your camera, because the people would like to see who we're speaking to. Just see if something is blocking your camera there. Make sure it's on your front-facing camera so we can see you, because we see some light shifting right there.
I think it might be a thing.
Is there some light shifting?
Yeah, like we can see that the video is up, but we can't see you.
What? Yeah, Doc, you never put on your lip gloss. You hide your face.
No, so I don't do the lippy thing.
Do you see can you see us?
Better?
Yes. Now come down, Doc.
Shift the camera down a
We're
little
looking
bit.
at the roof. We're looking at
Ship it. All right. Hold on.
Doc, how old are you? Wait, where are you going? Talk to us. Hello?
Doc, no, you're gone.
Hello?
Doc? We could ask the lady how old she's for.
Because it's like an old woman thing where she can't figure out the camera. Hey!
What's up?
Down a little bit more. Tilt the phone down.
All right.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we getting Pfizer from the US.
Right.
About 600,000 doses.
Right.
So that will vaccinate about 300,000 persons.
Right.
And it's good for everybody over the age of 12. So this is the vaccine that children can get.
How are you gonna do the vaccine rollout for the children?
So we want to look at certainly children with underlying illness. So children with comorbidities, if they have asthma or they have sickle cell, any one of those kind of illnesses. So I want to focus on those children. And we also want to look at children going back to school, especially those that are doing exit exams. So our grade 11, 12, and 13 kids, 15 to 18, we want to focus on those a bit.
So, you said a while ago that children with underlying illnesses, right? So let's get something out open in the clear, Doc. Like, I am not big on the vaccine, right? So all the questions that I have are going to be coming from a very skeptical point of view. I did get the vaccine. I went and I got the AstraZeneca, and the reason I got my vaccine was because my cousin actually went to a concert in America. She went to Lollapalooza, and she was the only one that was not vaccinated out of all of her friends, and she actually caught what she thought was a Delta variant. And she got very sick. She linked me and she was like, Tracy, if you get sick, you will not be able to take care of Stevie, right? That's my daughter, my sweetie. She's 2.5 months old and she's breastfed. So I went and I got the vaccine. Whether it was the right thing to do or not, I'm not sure for my body, but I know for taking care of Stevie, it was good. So in saying that, right, I want to know, you just said the children with underlying conditions is who you're going to give the Pfizer vaccine to. But then, are we sure what the vaccine is going to do for underlying conditions? I mean, my knee has been hurting me since I took the vaccine. So how can you be sure that it's okay for the children to take this with underlying conditions?
Okay, so remember that persons that have any sort of illness at all, be it children or adults, their immune system that helps them to fight disease is really, really not very good. And they don't do very well when they get any illness. They're not able to mount that proper response so they can get better. And therefore, the vaccine, which helps to prevent severe illness, right, will help them to stay safe. So that's pretty much why we focus on them. And then you have to remember that we've been giving vaccines to children for a long time. I mean, we start giving babies vaccines from birth. That is when their immune system is pretty much like a virgin, clean and clear. And we're able to build up the germ-fighting tools in them. And that's what we're doing with these kids.
But this particular COVID vaccine, it's not necessarily classified as a vaccine because it's really made up of proteins, right? So in that case, if it's more of a protein, why is it in the same category as every other vaccine?
But a lot of our vaccines are made up of proteins. and protein particles. So our subunit vaccines, like the HPV vaccine, hepatitis B vaccine, and we give a hepatitis B birth dose vaccine to children. Those are all made up of protein subunits. So, and it's a different platform that it's used, but it certainly has some of the base components in it. So we have vaccines made up of proteins in use.
Okay, sorry, Joe. You went ahead.
Sorry.
I was talking to Doc about something.
Okay, go ahead.
So I want to go back, Doc. So then a while ago, you were saying pretty much, just for a brief synopsis, is that you want to give the children the vaccine because their immune systems will be able to take the vaccine and use those antibodies to help fight off the bigger antibodies that would come if they got the virus, right?
In a sense.
In a simple sense, right?
In a simple form, they need to get a picture or a snapshot of how the virus looks.
Right.
And they need to build up those germ fighting tools against it. And the vaccine kind of like take that picture and then they can go back and make those germ fighting tools. And they have them around circulating. So whenever COVID hit them, those tools are there ready to just fight. They don't have to wait on any long time to go and make and develop and try.
So when the children go and get this vaccine now, should we be prepared as parents for them to get sick?
No, they shouldn't get sick. They'll get the same side effects or similar side effects like what we get. So they might get a pain at the site where they got the injection. They can get a fever. They can get runny nose. They can get just being tired, sleeping a lot. They can get some belly pain. They may vomit. So just like when you took them for MMR or any other vaccines and nurse tell you, give the child some Panadol. The child may be irritable. The child may get a fever. The same thing is expected. And of course, remember now, it only lasts for about 3 days. Right. And then they should be good to go.
Have any of these vaccines been approved by the FDA?
Pfizer has been approved for children, yes.
But not for adults?
No, man, for both. Remember, it was adults first from last year, and then now recently, because they started doing some studies, and they have found that it has no untoward effect in these children over 12, and therefore it has been approved for emergency use in these kids.
So how do we know what's going to happen in later years? Like somebody was saying that, in 10 years, the Pfizer vaccine is going to affect the children. How do we know in 10 years that this vaccine is not going to affect the children or us? Like, we keep talking about the children, but I care about myself too. Like, how do we know that in a couple of years that this is not going to all of a sudden, my hand not going to drop off, I'm not going to grow a third eye? Like, how do we know?
Well, we have a whole heap of history, and vaccines don't behave like that. The side effects that vaccines cause usually happen, if it's going to happen, within the first 60 days. So the vaccines really, how they're made, they don't stay in the body. All they do is send that message for the germ fighting tools to be developed. And then we have those antibodies now that are ready to work when necessary. So they don't hang around in the body and cause any problem. And that's one of the good things with it. Once that message is translated, then they're out of there.
Okay. But would you really consider this a vaccine? So sometimes I see a lot of comparisons. Oh, when my baby born or when I was born, I got a vaccine, MMR, etc. But I have never needed a booster for my MMR. With this vaccine, I may need a booster. So then, is it really considered a vaccine or maybe a flu shot?
We have had many boosters. I can only think of one vaccine now that we don't get a booster for, and that's BCG that we get at birth. Almost every other vaccine, we take 5 and 6 of them. So like polio, we take like 5 shots, 5 drops. For DPT, All of them. Even tetanus that we get for lockjaw and when you get your dog bite and so. Your tetanus lasts for what, 10 years and then you need a booster shot. That's what it is. So we've been getting booster shots. That's normal with vaccines.
So with the Pfizer, that's AstraZeneca is already here in Jamaica. And Uncle Joe is sending us the Pfizer vaccine. So is the Pfizer vaccine just for the children or can adults get the Pfizer vaccine too? Will we have a choice?
No man, adults can get it as well. But remember now, it's the only one for children.
Okay.
So, of course, we want to give them the opportunity to get protected as well. And then, of course, the challenges we're having with school and, kids need to go back out. So we're really going to focus on them. But guess what? As we get more Pfizer vaccines in, it will be opened up to other persons to get the vaccine. So persons will have a choice, but for the get-go, and it's not for very long, couple of weeks, we're focusing on the kids and on the teachers so that we can get schools up and running in September.
Yeah. Did you take the vaccine, Doc? What?
What do you expect?
No,
what do you think?
Oh, I think you did. Of course I think you did. Somebody was asking. So, Doc, can you mix and mingle the vaccines? Like I took AstraZeneca, but can I go and get my second shot Pfizer? Is that something that's possible to mix and mingle vaccines?
It is possible, but it's not recommended just yet by WHO. And we stand by WHO, so we kind of listen to their guidance. And they are saying that we should stick with one type. However, if in some circumstances you can't find the same thing, then yes. But for now, they are saying, including the manufacturers are saying, stick with one type for your 2 doses.
Okay.
All right, so just reminding everybody over on YouTube that we are talking to Dr. Melody Ennis, Director of Family Health Services at the Ministry of Health and Wellness. And we're talking about health and wellness with the vaccine, and we've gotten some questions, so we're asking those, and we're just asking about we're getting a shipment of Pfizer coming up. So Doc, let me ask you a question now. So we have a percentage of Jamaicans who have been vaccinated with the AstraZeneca, but now even Christopher Tufton said, the Pfizer is a Rolls Royce of vaccines. Does that mean then that our AstraZeneca were not covered as much, or what does this mean for persons who got the AstraZeneca, and will we continue to get other brands of vaccines?
It means that those persons who have received the AstraZeneca vaccine have protection. They are protected once they've passed their 14 days of the second dose. And the good thing about AstraZeneca is that it is 100% effective at preventing persons from falling ill. So you might catch the virus, but you're not going to get severely ill. You're not going to go into a hospital and you won't die. So, that is 100%. That's full 100. You can't ask for more. So, if I'm not, and in 79% of the times, I am not going to get any symptoms. So I won't have the no smell. I won't have the problems breathing. I won't have no chest pain and anything like that. So, it really is a plus. There's there is no negatives with it at this time.
Okay, so if I've already have COVID and I've built up my natural immunity, what's the purpose of me getting the vaccine? What are some of the benefits?
Well, first of all, with natural immunity, over time it gets less and less. And that's one of the reasons why persons get a booster shot in the first place, because the germ fighting tools get less and less and less over time. And with COVID, it appears, some of the studies that they're doing, it appears that by about 4 to 6 months, it is almost down to nothing, and persons can catch the illness again and get very sick. So the recommendation is, even though you get it and you get better, is for you to get the vaccine.
So
now, the next question, I'm preempting your next question. Your next question is how long the artificial immunity lasts, which is what you get from the vaccine.
Right.
And the truth be told, we don't know. And that is why Pfizer now coming out with possibly you may need a booster, but we're not sure.
Okay. So, I took the AstraZeneca and the AstraZeneca vaccine, and I am breastfeeding Stevie, my sweetie. So, what do you think about taking the vaccine and breastfeeding?
So, very limited data, and that's how transparent the whole vaccine process is. So they have very limited data on what could happen to someone who is breastfeeding. But guess what now? They look at how the vaccines are made. And they recognize that the vaccine, based on the platform that is used, either the messenger RNA or the viral vector, which is what was used to make the AstraZeneca, it don't cross into the breast milk. So if it's not being transmitted into the breast milk, then baby can't get it. The same way it don't cross the placenta. So fetus can't get it. So based on that, we kind of like sure that nothing is going to happen to baby. Okay? So we say if you're at high risk for catching COVID, because guess what? When you get COVID, you're not going to do so well. You can take the vaccine.
Okay.
You have a question?
No. Well, when it's time for boosters and we need boosters, will the boosters also be covered by the government?
I don't know, but most of our childhood vaccines that we take boosters are indeed covered. So let us see what happens.
Okay. So what I wanted to ask now, right, was why should I get the vaccine if it doesn't prevent me from getting COVID? Like, the possibility of me getting COVID is still there once I get the vaccine. Hold on a second. I just had to sneeze in honor of COVID. But anyway. So why should I bother get the vaccine?
COVID like that.
Yeah, why should I bother get the vaccine if I can get COVID anyway?
Because it's like the best incentive. You're not going to get sick, you're not going to go to hospital, and you're not going to die. I mean, that's it. And if you look, there is no vaccine, there is no medicine at all that is full 100. Remember that little bell curve thing? So there are some persons, irrespective of what they get, they can still get the disease and they can still get very ill. But the likelihood, the chance of that happening is so small. You know, the majority of persons that take the vaccine will not get severely ill. They won't go to hospital and they won't die from COVID.
Why do you think Jamaicans have built up such a negative response to taking the vaccine? Well, maybe not Jamaicans, but persons in general. But I'm in Jamaica, so I'm speaking.
Misinformation, whole heap of misinformation, whole heap of conspiracy theories. And it really just coming at us fast and furious. You know, persons don't have the time to kind of like decipher what is true and what is not. And then there are so many mixed messages. You know, today you say one thing, tomorrow you say another thing. It really is difficult for persons to sieve through all of the information that's being thrown at us.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. So another reason why I didn't want to get the vaccine, right? My husband and I, my loving husband, I love him so much. His name is Scott. Hi, baby.
Hi, Scott.
Yeah. So I didn't want Scott to get the vaccine because I was scared about infertility and that maybe he would not be able to stand strong anymore, you know? And, you know, I saw this article about a guy. He came out and he said that he took the vaccine and he wasn't able to.
No, he got COVID and he wasn't able to soldier. It's COVID cause limp body. Vaccine not trouble the body.
But is that vaccine doesn't trouble the body, Doc? Let's talk about
it. It don't trouble it at all. There is no study that says it limp it. It don't trouble it at all. But COVID on the other hand can affect some of the small vessels because of the inflammation that you get with COVID.
Right.
And of course, one of the places where you have small vessels would be the penis. So it can be affected. Luckily, it looks as if it is temporary. So, you know, after maybe a couple months, there are standing strong again.
Yeah.
But just after, and a couple of weeks after, they're really drooping. Bad.
So what about the sperm? Will the vaccine trouble the sperm?
No, sir. The sperm count high said way. And guess what? Then people will take the vaccine that impregnate people already right here in Jamaica. Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, but Jamaican man, sperm chang.
I just
Kind of like strong.
Go eat okra.
Had the okra. So, is there? I noticed that there is a rollout by the Ministry of Health to take the vaccine. Are there going to be any incentives for people who have taken or who will take the vaccine? I hear, in a lot of WhatsApp groups, we're seeing pictures of the hospital beds outside. Will it be that the COVID patients who have not taken the vaccine, they will be seen outside, whereas the beds inside are reserved for people who have gotten their vaccine? What will be some of the perks to taking the vaccine?
No, we don't discriminate like that,
Do you wish you could?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. No, man, we don't discriminate like that. So once you're sick, we're gonna treat you. And that's not just for vaccine and COVID, that's for everything,
Okay.
So whoever is labeled as, query, gunman, query, thief, query. It don't matter to we as doctor. We treat everybody and we treat everybody well. That's what it is. So the overcrowding that you see in the hospitals, it goes for me and it goes for you.
Okay.
But it's something we really have to try and stem because lots of lives will be lost. Not only COVID lives, but any other sickness you have, because there is no space. We have that problem.
Do you find that there are more lives lost due to COVID than to the regular flu? Because we see a lot of people saying it's just the flu, and we do have a lot of flu deaths per year. But are we seeing more flu deaths because of corona than in past years?
We're not seeing a lot of flu deaths this year. I think we need to do that study to see what is going on with the mask wearing, because remember, it's not only COVID we're stopping. You're stopping droplets from flying around. So think about it. How much people you see with cold and cough now? I mean, just think about it.
Yeah.
Even because we're out of the flu season now, but last year December coming into January, how much people did see with cold? So I think the mask kind of helped that way.
Right.
But for the deaths, people continue to die from all the other conditions, and those are indeed serious conditions, right? So the hypertension, the uncontrolled diabetes, the heart problems, the cancers, they continue to kill persons, and we need to focus on those, even though all attention is on COVID, but we need to focus on those so persons can, develop better habits, better eating habits, sleeping habits, exercise habits, and medication habits, so that they don't die from those conditions. But those conditions are still there.
Okay, so
my turn.
You see somebody telling me that I didn't mean Uncle Sam. I never mean Uncle Sam. I did mean Uncle Joe.
Joe Biden.
Uncle Joe Biden, yes.
So,
Uncle Sam is the old one, but Uncle Joe is the one there now, don't it?
So let me ask you something, Doc, right? So why should I get the vaccine when there's now Delta variant? I mean, you're telling me, go and get the vaccine, it will protect you against COVID, and then all of a sudden the vaccine has come out, and then so has Delta variant. Like, why is Delta variant here? Like, don't you think that the vaccine no, let me not say don't you think. Do you think, or is it a possibility that the vaccine caused Delta variant? Like, how come all of a sudden there's so much more variants
COVID
going
is
on?
mutating.
Yeah, like what's happening with that?
All right, so all viruses, all the time, mutate. That's their job. Their job is to stay alive and fit, and they do that by changing. And the more they spread from person to person, is the more they change. So now, look at the flu.
Right.
And look at the flu vaccine. Don't we get a different flu vaccine every year, That's because the flu virus changes. It don't remain the same. So it's a natural part of viral life that they undergo this change. So we really know just looking at COVID. So that is why we're tracking all of the changes, and it's wholly more changes than the Delta and Alpha and Lambda. But the others are kind of insignificant and not cause no problem, so we're not focusing on them. But they change all the time, every day, and the more they go from person to person, is the more they change.
So what you're telling me, right, is the vaccine is like L.A. Lewis. It wants to stay relevant. The COVID is like L.A. Lewis. It wants to stay relevant all the time.
They have to. Yeah. That's the only way they can go from person to person and cause problems.
Right. So yeah, and L.A. Lewis does cause problems. It's
he
true.
Does.
He does. Yeah.
Right. So
one problem I have, Doc, is with the appointment making. So persons who may want to get the vaccine, they go out and they're turned back because they don't have an appointment. I did hear Dr. Christopher Tufton he made a general statement, and he said, please don't turn anybody back if they don't have an appointment. I see where somebody here was saying that they have an appointment tomorrow at 6 a.m. What if I show up, I don't have an appointment? Will I be turned back? Do all of the health centers know this? Don't turn anybody back.
Well, everyone should know. Every health center, every facility, we tell everybody, do not turn person away. What happens though, if you don't have the little appointment, your wait may be a little longer.
Okay.
Right? So you have to be prepared to be patient. And of course, we need to tell our people, and we tell them too, that they are to explain to persons. When you communicate, it go far away. So you come and you say, okay, Jodi, you're here, right? But you have a little wait, it might be an hour. Give us some time. If I can squeeze you in between these appointments, then that's okay. So it's just to, have that conversation so people feel welcomed even though they're waiting. But we're not turning back anybody.
Okay. Doc, anything else you'd like to add today?
Boy, I just want us to remember the protocols, because a lot of people just can't bother. It's over a year now we're masking up, and persons are just really fed up with it. But these non-pharmacy methods, wearing the mask properly over the nose and the mouth, hand sanitizing, the physical distancing, all of those things help to prevent the spread. And guess what? The crowd now, we just have to stay away from the crowd thing, because the more we are together, is the happier the virus is.
So dream weekend for you, Doc?
No, sir. You just need to stay by yourself little them kind of way. Oh. And, don't give the virus a chance to spread. Okay. So once we're following the protocols, then we're good. And the next step, of course, is to just come out and get vaccinated. We have vaccines.
We'll have school in September?
I hope so. So the kids are suffering badly.
They're suffering so badly. Do you think that the curfew is something that works with preventing the COVID spread? I mean, I don't understand the point of the whole curfew, because you're cutting down the time, but then people have to get more done in a shorter space of time. So that means bungling up in a shorter space of time. So what exactly is the point of these curfews?
So, it's all about management, and persons. A long time we are curfew, so persons should understand those curfew times now and be able to, kind of space out how they go about their business. But then again, when you think of night and curfew, nighttime is when people are closer together. For whatever reason, when you go out at night, you tend to be in closer proximity. There's usually very little physical distance at that time. Mm-hmm. So the night thing, everybody say, boy, the virus spread a day too. Yes, but in the day, persons are not that close to each other. That's just one, example.
So, but Doc, to implement a curfew, right? I believe that the government should have also implemented some ways in which to get people home quicker and more effectively, so that there's not this bungling up at the bus stops, there's not all of this bungling up at the transportation centers. And I definitely don't think that this was a right time for a fare raise. I think that one of the reasons, me personally, I've been saying this from almost the beginning of the pandemic, one way in which to keep cases down, keep kids in school, is to provide a school bus for the children going, instead of them taking the regular bus with the adults and stuff like that, to have school buses that go from their schools to their districts to where they live, and that would be able to help a little bit more. But I just think that if you have a curfew, you need to kind of, you know, make it easier for people to get home. A while ago in the rain, and I just think Jamaicans, we don't love our pedestrians, you know. Like a while ago in the rain, driving.
I really don't think we should. You hear the breeze? It's almost like hurricane breeze.
Yes.
It's so nice. Anyway,
inside.
no, but I mean, we have to sometimes look at how we operate. Like businesses, I believe, could be operating staggered hours, and we could really embrace working from home a little bit more, because you really don't have to be present to be productive. So we need to move to that kind of thinking, stagger the hours, so everybody don't leave work at 4 o'clock to beat the 6 o'clock curfew hour. You know, you start a little earlier, you break it in the day, you go to work Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But we can find creative ways in businesses to help to ease that traffic challenge.
Yeah. All right. Doctor, we want to thank you so much for joining us today. We've sparked a conversation where people are thinking, people are, where they're looking at the comments, they're talking with each other, they're talking with us, and they're just listening to the information that's out there from a doctor, because holy pa doctor in the comments, Lord of mercy. Doctor, we'd like to thank you so very much, and we will look forward to more information on your page, the Ministry of Health WGov JM, to get more information on the rollout of the Pfizer vaccines and how it will be and where administered to the children.
Yes.
All right. Thank you,
All right, you.
We appreciate you.
Take it easy.
All right,
It
Dr. Melody Ennis,
Bye.
thank you so much.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
I don't know how to end it, I know Doc don't know how to end it either.
Me worse.
Look at the top of your screen, Doc, and you'll see an X.
I see a little X. I see
Yeah,
it.
man. Press the X.
I'm gone.
All right.
Bye. Okay, guys. So that was Dr. Melody Ennis from the Ministry of Health, Jamaica. And I think that was a very good conversation that we had. I think that we covered a lot of questions. I want to thank you guys so much for being in the comments and just raising your concerns, because I did get to look down and I did get to ask some questions that were being why are you trying to end my life?
I don't know. Sorry.
I did get to ask some questions that you guys were asking. So, a lot of people are saying the doctor didn't say yes, the doctor didn't say no if she took the vaccine. The doctor said yes. You have to understand how Jamaicans answer questions.
When they're very emphatic.
Yeah. So she did say yes, and sometimes Jamaicans like to answer questions with a question. What do you think? That's her way of saying yes, I did.
So we understand that there's skepticism. We get that. We want to thank you guys for the conversation going on in the comments. But just like how when Tracy, didn't take our vaccine and I did, we were very respectful of each other. And I think that it's very important for us to be respectful of other people, because I find it's very similar to racism and religion. When you speak about these things, you have to be very respectful of each other and people's outlook, and I think the vaccine is like that as well.
And you have to understand that everybody's body is different as well. So the concerns that I have about my body may not be the concerns that Jodi has about her body. We think differently. So
I mean, the way I looked at it, you know how much crap I put in my body over the years? May as well me take a vaccine.
This is true. Do you remember Ultra Music Festival?
The amount of liquor, Red Bull.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys. Woo! We hope that you enjoyed today's show, and we've just
it's done?
We have 5 minutes.
Wow. Okay, so I just want to let you know that we munched all of
Yes. I I don't know if Remy is sleeping. I can't wait for her to try the chocolate chip cookies. I'm actually going to put them in her lunch pan tomorrow. Hey, hey, hey.
We ate throughout the whole of
show.
that
Guys,
segment.
we were munching on Sal's sweets. We had Russian tea cakes. We had baklava shortbread. We had all kind of cookies.
We had
icy.
lychee lavender ices. We had dark and stormy, which is oh my gosh, you finished this one. This one was so good. The dark and stormy. It's ginger beer, appleton, and lime.
The ginger.
What is crazy about this this boozy pop is that it says ginger beer on it, and I still felt the fizz of the ginger beer.
Yeah, Sal have something with her flavor, them, you know. Like she not normal.
She's not
normal. No. Honestly,
honestly,
I don't think you can understand until you taste something of hers, because it's like you're sitting and you're watching Jodi and Tracy eat. But to be honest with you, her flavors are so spot on.
They're incredible. I mean, and this one that she got, the Prosecco one, the raspberry mint Prosecco Kisco, right? It's crazy because it's so creamy. I think creamy is to say wrong word. Thick?
Yes.
Thick.
Yes.
It's so thick, but I don't know. Her hands are definitely God bless.
Definitely, God bless. Sal, remember you to link us when you're having your pop-up, because Sal, she's based in Outage, but she does do deliveries, so I'm sure she'll be doing a pop-up in Kingston. You better be.
And she does vegan and non-vegan stuff as well, okay?
We should have asked if the vaccine was vegan friendly.
Oh, dead. I'm sure it is. Why? How vegans taste so? Vegans are so weird.
What is the red flavor? The red flavor is raspberry mint prosecco.
Yeah, and it's really good.
Tracy has slimmed down very nicely. You
Oh,
choose
thank
vaccine or
you.
curfew. Overseas. Sal, can you ship to overseas?
If I had to choose between vaccine and curfew, I would definitely choose vaccine. Like, I'm so over the curfew. It's so annoying. Like, you can't.
Okay, but can you imagine someone, and I said this, Jamaicans are not friendly to their pedestrians. So for our domestic workers, for anybody, our teachers, anybody who has to take public
No,
transportation.
I called Miss Rose this morning, and you know how I love my Miss Rose. But I called Miss Rose this morning and told her not to come to work because I wasn't sure how she would make it to work in this rain.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think Miss Arlene may have gone in.
No, Miss
I always...
Arlene left. Miss Arlene
Oh.
left. Yeah. I love
All right.
you, Miss Rose.
All right, everybody, we have 2 minutes remaining, so we are just going to eat as quickly as we can all the treats that are left. Remy's downstairs waiting on us, and I know she wants to try a chocolate chip cookie. Guys, you can check out Sal Sweets. We hope you enjoyed today's show. We know it was a little bit outside of what we normally do. We don't get as
Was it?
serious. Yeah, we were serious all about vaccine. There's gonna be a little thing below our post now.
I feel like we
warning
always
people.
try and ask questions that are everybody else wants to ask and everybody wants to do. Like, who do you think is gonna ask any doctor about body and the vaccine? Like, obviously me.
Yeah.
Obviously me. I need to check out my man's stability.
Protect the body.
Protect the body, yo.
Protect the body.
Say it, body, protect it. Body protection.
Body in the house. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Tuesdays with Tricky, where we take your mind off of what's going. Actually, no, not
That's
the
not
show.
what we do
That's not the
today.
show.
No,
That's not
no,
the show. Guys, thank you so much. And if you have any ideas or anybody you'd like to have on the show, you can of course let us know, and we will annoy them and interview them. And
Actually, for next week's show, we have 35 seconds remaining. I'm going to talk to Jodi because I want to talk about doing the postnatal exercises for your diastasis recti with my girlfriend Jen. So I've signed up for the course. If you guys want to check out my Instagram today, I'll put how to sign up for the course.
bye, guys.
and
Gotta go, so we
Jen.
can save it. Bye. Oh, sorry, we didn't end over here.